My name is Melissa Kitty Jarram, and I'm an illustrator and artist. Clients are usually interested in my digital work for commercial projects, but I also love making paintings, some of which I sell and others I hold on to and can't let go of. I was born in China in 1991 to an English dad and Chinese mum, and it was a really interesting time to be living there because the country was in its second stage of economic reform, which meant that it was still in the early stages of development. So at a very young age, I was exposed to seeing a lot of poverty around me, which made me question why my life was so different from other people's. And I just remember having this overwhelming feeling that it was really unfair. I had a bit of an unusual childhood. We lived in a hotel in China until I was 7, and there weren't many outdoor areas to play in, so I spent a lot of my time inside drawing and watching movies on HBO that were probably way too grown up for me to be seeing. This developed my absolute love for film, which probably helped form my imagination. I learned a lot about the world through them, and my curiosity about sex, morality, ethics, culture, and what reality is probably stemmed from these early childhood experiences. I was and still am that annoying kid who won't stop asking why, and finding answers to my questions has always been something that brings a lot of pleasure to me. And you can learn so much about humanity through art, which is why I love it. I like to surround myself with books and secretly nerd out on knowledge, which all becomes a source of inspiration for my work. What really motivates me to do what I do is the fact that it's a continuous learning process. It also gives me an opportunity to communicate what I've learned about the world to a relatively large audience and allows me to collaborate with other artists. One of my favourite projects to date is the film Ugly, which was a collaboration with the amazing animator and director Anna Ginsberg. We made an animation to a poem by Wilson Shire, which was a piece that questioned the perception of beauty, explored trauma and the difficulties that come with being a migrant. Our screening event was actually a fundraiser for a charity called Counterpoint Arts, who are doing great things to help refugees and migrants integrate into our community and culture. It was amazing to see so many people come together to support something like that. I love freelancing because I get a lot of autonomy, but that freedom also comes with an equal amount of responsibility, one of them being the admin I have to keep on top of. I find it really helps making lists and dedicating a certain amount of time each day to answering emails and paying attention to all the social media stuff. As far as accounting goes, it's just so much easier if you do it as you go along. So I recently made a portfolio using the tool that Underpin provides. It's great because it's so simple, and I feel like it would be particularly helpful for those who are just starting out their careers. Underpin has great community vibes, which is something that is actually missing from most creative freelance jobs, I think, just due to the nature of the work. A lot of people end up just doing their work at home alone, but I think that community is really important for your mental health, so it's nice that something like that exists.